Good morning to everybody. Hope you're good. Nice. All right. Hello. Yeah, sorry for the glitch in network. There was a glitch in network. That's why the whole thing went off. But yes, we are back. Everything is now okay. So please, yes, I also requested that we should drop it on the chat that if you can hear me loud and clear from your end, please drop it there that you loud and clear that you can hear me. But up to now, nobody has responded, and that's not fair. You understand? It should. It's what we're doing here is to also assist us to know that yes, we're able to communicate round. So if you're not dropping it there and you're dropping in chat too, I might not respond to that, please. Just respond there that you can hear me loud and clear. So I'll know you can hear me loud and clear from your end. This is just to help us to ascertain that, yes, I'm not just talking to myself. Thank you. Okay. All right. I can get it from doing you. You said you can hear me loud and clear. Interesting. Now you see, we had a glitch in network and nobody even knew that, yes, nothing was happening. And that's why I was dropping on asking us to do that. But now that you're saying that you can hear me loud and clear, it makes it interesting. So yes, it means you can hear me. If you're unable to hear me from your own end, please kindly readjust, maybe you off your router, you off your modem, you on it again, or change your location. Thank you very much, Mr. Olaruwaju Benga, Oladele Esther. I can see Oyinye and Doyin all saying we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's move on now. We're talking about what is going to be happening today. So I said we're going to be starting the same way we do it. Look at the market fundamentally, what happened yesterday, today, what is going to happen, the news that is coming up today. Then we dive into the technical part of it. Okay. All right. You can AY is saying you can hear me, but you can't see me. All right, you don't need to see me, but as far as you're able to see what I'm displaying on the screen, I will share my screen so you'll be able to see that. You understand? So I'm going to share my screen now. You're seeing that, and I believe you'll be able to see that once I start sharing my screen. You understand? So I'm sharing the fundamental part. So let's see first. I believe everybody can see my screen from their end now. You understand? So yes, let's look at what happened in the market yesterday. Let's see what happened in the market yesterday. Yeah. So okay, so yesterday news came out on AUD, followed by CNY, that's Chinese yuan. Then by 2:30, we also had news coming out on the employment claim and Philly Fed manufacturing index. Then by 6 p.m., we had news coming out on crude oil inventories. Then by 11:30 p.m., we had the governor of the Australian Bank. You understand? That's the Reserve Bank of Australia, Governor Bullock speaking. Yes. So all these were the news we had for yesterday. And for the news on AUD that came out by 1:30, came out good and neutral. So yes, it was expected that for instruments like AUD, USD, and the likes, it should push up. That of CNY, because we do not have the CNY on our trading platform. So that's that, although it came out neutral. Then by 2:30, news came out on unemployment claim and the feed fed manufacturing index. It came out bad and neutral at the same time. So the best thing to do is to stay out of such news. You understand? Stay out of such news. The same way we had news coming out on crude oil inventories. And yeah, when you have crude oil inventories, most of the time it's basically on oils WTI. That's West Texas Intermediate. You understand? So for that, the market came out negative on crude oil, came out negative. But after that, you discover that it pushed up. Well, it came out negative on this particular site here. Let's look at what it showed on energy.com. Let's see how it came out. Crude oil inventories for yesterday. We're going there. Let's see what happened yesterday. Okay. So look at it here now. On crude oil inventories came out negative, but US distillate inventories came out good for it. Why US gasoline inventories also came out negative. So it was not an interesting news to trade because it came out in both ways, buy and sell. By the end of the day, we actually discovered, if you look at the chart on oil, as at that time, it pushed up, it went up actually, it bought. You understand? But you see, in this situation, to be on the safe side, you're meant to stay away from such market because it's telling you to buy and sell at the same time. So you can't determine what the market is going to really do. You get? Then we had the Reserve Bank governor, that's Governor Bullock, speaking. You understand? So that on its own, we cannot measure the strength of your speech, you understand? But all you just know is the market will react. You understand? Markets will always react. You understand? You see traders either buying or selling. You understand? Okay. So that's that for that. Let's look at what is coming up for today. Let's look at the news coming up for today. Let's see. So for today, as of this morning, we already had the president of the years in person of President Trump speaking. You understand? He spoke around 20 minutes after 1 early hours of this morning, and I believe most of us were asleep around that time. Most of us were asleep around that time. Then by 8 a.m. this morning, we also had news coming out on GBP retail sales month to month, and it came out good. It came out good. I'm very sure if we look at the chart as of this morning, you discover that the price bought. Oh yeah, let's look at it. Let's look at it. I'm going there. Let me share my screen so we'll see that. Let's see if it actually bought as of this morning. Still coming. Let's see. Okay, so yes, it is true. It bought. Look at it. So GBP USD, look at it. It bought till this high. Look at the opening point. It went up. You understand? It actually went up. So for those that would have entered a buy, like instant trade of buy, I'm very sure they'll be in profit. And in fact, maybe they would have even closed out of that market already. So congratulations to them that actually placed a buy on GBP USD, GBP JPY, and the likes. Then for Euro GBP and the likes, you to do what? You have to press sell. Okay. So we have other news coming up by 9:15 on euros. That's then the French flash manufacturing PMI, French flash service PMI. We also have news coming out on the same euros by 9:30 on the German flash manufacturing PMI and the German flash service PMI. Then by 10, we have news coming out on euros flash manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI. After that, by 10:30, we have news coming out on GBP flash manufacturing PMIs, plus service PMI. Then by 2:30, we have the core retail sales month to month and retail sales month to month. Just like we had by 8 a.m. coming out on GBP, the retail sales. It's the same thing that will coming up by 2:30. Then by 3:45, we have news coming out on the dollars. That's the flash manufacturing PMI and the flash service PMI. Then 4 p.m. we also have existing home sales. Then revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. And by 6:30, Bank of Canada, Governor Malek speaks. You understand? So today is actually blessed with a lot of news that is coming. And like we all know, fundamentals, when we look at it, just say, is the reaction of the market towards an information that's been disseminated? You understand? Either it goes up or it comes down. You understand? The market is going to react to such information, most especially if the information is coming out from somebody that holds a strong position in an economy. You understand? Once the information is coming out from a strong body in an economy, that's going to be reaction either to the upside or downside. But nobody knows which direction is going to go. So we have to wait for the actual to be released. You understand? We have to wait for the actual to be released, just like it happened on GBP. The very moment it was 8 o'clock, the market just moved. Bam. Why? The actual came out as what? As one green. You understand? Color green. You know, we've said it times that number that this actual has these different colors and meaning. Once the actual comes out as green, it means buy. If it comes out as red, it means sell. Black means neutral. It could go both ways, but yes, at the end of the day, you still see it going up. So we also term it to be what? Partial buy for black. All right, so that being said, let's now look at the currency strength meter. We'll look at our currency strength meter, know the strength of our currencies as of this moment. Then we'll dive into the market technically. Okay. So for the currency strength meter this morning, I believe everybody can see from their own end, you discover that AUD is strong, but it's not giving us any signal as of now. Canadian dollar is strong, but it's showing us the red arrow saying the strength is dropping. CHF is also strong, but it's not showing anything. Now on euros, it's showing that euros is strong, but the red arrow is displaying on it saying it's dropping strength. GBP fully strong. JPY is the weakest of them all. You understand? NZD is also strong, but no signal on it. Then Euro USD is strong, but with the red arrow pointing down saying that it's dropping strength. Okay, it's dropping strength. And as we can see, I've refreshed it again too. Currencies are just dropping strength as of now. It's Canadian and USD. AUD is actually gaining strength with the green arrow. But yes, let's move on. let's go and see the market technically, then we'll know what's up. Just like we know the drill, we'll start with currencies, then we move to commodities, after which we move to what? Indices. So we start with currencies. Yes, come in, I'm sharing my screen with us. Currencies, okay. Yes, so starting Euro USD. Starting with Euro USD. Euro USD. Come in. Let's do it this way. I think I need to do some instrument for us. Come in. All right. I'm still with us, please. Okay. I'm still with us. Need to do some adjustment. Okay. All right. Euro USD then. So looking at Euro USD. So if you look at it, you discover that on Euro USD, as of now, on my 1 hour time frame, this been where it got rejected, and since then, price has actually been having issues breaking that particular point. You understand? In fact, let me put it on my daily time frame so we'll see. So can we see? So look at it on the daily time frame based on what we're saying. Based on what we're saying, let me zoom it out completely so we'll see. You discover that price has actually been dropping between these 2 points. You understand? Now, price dropped to this particular low and pushed up as if it was going to go, but it met with a resistance. Now it's back down. You understand? But it's respecting this trend and it's pushing up currently based on what we're seeing. But you discover that on my daily time frame, it has not gone above this supply zone. And until it's able to break above the supply zone, I don't see it going up. But if it's able to break above it successfully and closes above it successfully, then it's going up. This is on my daily time frame. But 1 hour, let's see. Now we can see it. So it's in two ways. This is it. If it's able to break above this particular section here, let me come in. If it's able to break above this particular section here successfully, then we should expect the market to buy. If it's able to break above it successfully, breaking above it and closing above it successfully, then this market should buy. But if that is not the case, if that does not happen, if it's unable to break above it successfully, then I believe it's going to be having some issues. You understand? We're going to be having some issues here because we discovered that on our daily time frame, on our daily time frame, we discover that price actually has been having issues around that point. You understand? Let me change it to daily time frame so we'll see. On daily time frame, can you see price has actually had issues around this particular zone? It's been unable to break above it. Price has been expecting it all the time. Price got there, price got resisted. You understand? But the very moment price is able to break above it and close above it, I'm expecting price to buy. That's my take on Euro USD. I'm expecting it to buy. But if you look at it on a long time frame from monthly to weekly, you discover that price has actually been dropping. Price has been dropping. Maybe we'll look at it. Let's see. Okay, let me zoom out so we see some things. This is on my monthly time frame. So if you look at it on monthly time frame, based on what we're saying, look at it this way. Nice. If you're to if we can draw the trend, you see, based on what we're saying, this is the lowest it has ever gotten to, and that was around let's see, what year was that? That was around 2000. That's the lowest it ever got to. This was the lowest price ever got to on Euro USD. After which it reversed back to this top side. You understand? And this top side, that's around what month? Okay, with us. This is around 2008. So it means from this low, it took it 8 years, but it got to this high. And since then, price has been dropping. It's been dropping down. You understand? If you look at the trend, it's been coming down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. That's what is being given to us now. So look at it. It got to this particular trend. They respected it. You understand? From this point on, it moved up, respected this trend that is dropping. Now, this same trend, you understand? So it's very, very as of now, price is sensitive where it is. You understand? Price is sensitive where it is. If it's able to break above this particular zone successfully I'm expecting price to go up on Euro USD. You understand? I'm expecting the price to push up on Euro USD. You can see it's right from when it started, it's been bullish. You understand? On this particular candle, it's been bullish on this candle. And this is on my monthly time frame. So it means that candle is going to take it a whole month to form fully. So if it's able to break above this point, I'm expecting it to get up to this particular trend. And if it breaks above this trend, I see it moving up all the way. So if you look at it, let's look at it on our weekly time frame too. Is it doing the same? On the weekly time frame, if you're looking at it, it's still the same thing. Price has gotten to that point and is unable to move up. It's still having issues around that point. Daily time frame, same thing. It's giving us that same vibes, that same information here. So until it's able to break above this point, our advice will hold on. Don't go for buy. You understand? There could be a rejection. So if this man should get into this point and is unable to break above this point, we should expect price to what? To drop. You understand? We should expect price to sell if it's unable to go above this particular session. That's that on Euro USD. Okay. So let's look at USD card. Let's look at USD card. Okay, I'm on USD card now. USD card. Okay. So on USD card, I'll look at it from my monthly time frame. Let's see what that is happening. So look at it this way. Yes, it got to a particular high, came down, and now on the monthly time frame, we discover that price has been kind of pushing up on USD card. This is on monthly time frame. But you look at it, you discover that price actually got to this particular point here and is having issues. You understand? It's having issues around that point. It got rejected. So yes, this is a zone for it on monthly anyway. But if we look at it from a daily time frame, based on where price is currently, let's look at it based on where price is currently. There's another zone here. You understand? There's a zone around this point, and until price is able to break below this point, we can't say it's going to sell. But if it's able to break below this point successfully, it could go down. But let's look at it from the lower time frame and see what is happening. So yes, come with us. Okay, so on the lower time frame, can you see this is a zone here below, and that's why price is having issues. This is on my daily time frame. It got to this high, a rejection followed, came back down, and is having issues around this point. This zone we're seeing is a demand zone. This is a demand zone. It's a demand zone, and until it's able to go below this point successfully, if it closes below this point successfully, then we should expect it to what? To sell. Let's hold on for price and see if price is going to be able to get into this point and close below it. That's when you can go for sell. But if that is not the case, we expect the price to what? To reverse back to the upside. Expect price to reverse back to the upside if it's unable to break below that point. You understand? Okay. So that's that on USD card. Let's look at it and okay. So on my lower time frame, like 1 hour, can you see what I'm seeing? Can you see it? See, let me pull it down for us to see. You discover that for time now, price has just been. In fact, you can say it's more of just dancing within that zone. It's just been dancing within this point. Whenever it gets to this particular zone, it respects it. Respects this particular point. That's why it's been unable to break below. You understand? Now pushed back, raised, went up a little bit, and at this point again, another new zone was formed. You understand? And that's why price, when it got up, came down, pushed back. So as of this moment now, if price is unable to break above successfully some of the zones around this point, it's not going to go up. You understand? Until that is a successful. The price is able to break above this point successfully, then yes, we could look at it coming up to this point having issues. But let's see what is going to happen. Is this man going to close bullish? If he's able to close bullish above this zone, then he should buy. But if that is not the case, it could return back to the downside. So on USD card, well, let's see. Normally, we've always seen it being bullish, but let's look at what is going to happen, because a lot of due to the whole political saga going on between US and the Canada's economy, there could be some funny things happening on the chart based on that. But apart from that, basically, if you're looking at it technically, I'm expecting price to, it could push up to this particular zone. And if it's able to break above it successfully, then continuation. But if that does not happen, I don't see it going anywhere. Okay. All right. So let's look at USD CHF. Let's look at USD CHF and see what is happening on that chart. USD CHF. Okay. USD CHF, we discover that price got down to this particular session. Price got down to this particular section. Okay. And price has respected this zone. So basically, the last time price got here, it went up. In fact, as of this moment, it was more or less like a double bottom, came up to this point. Now it has returned back and price has gotten rejected and many. So I'm expecting price to still gain more strength to push up on USD CHF. That's my own bias. I'm expecting price to push up on USD CHF. You understand? I'm expecting the price to go up, to go bullish on USD CHF. I'm expecting it to push up. You understand? But currently now we're seeing what is happening. The CHF is also strong, and that's why we're seeing it on this candle. Zero is pushing down more or less like a pullback. You understand? But I'm still expecting it to push up on USD CHF. I'm expecting the price to move up. So I'll pitch my tent with the bulls. But before I go with the bulls, let me wait for what? A bullish setup. You wait for a bullish setup. And once you get the bullish setup, you can move to for the what? For the buy. But if you're not getting it, please wait. Waiting is the key in this particular market. Waiting is the key. Okay. So that's that on USD CHF. Let's now look at USD JPY. Okay. USD JPY. Let's see what we're seeing. I'm coming. USD JPY. Right. I'm with us. Okay. Still with us. All right. So based on what we're seeing on the monthly time frame, this is on my monthly time frame. So the highest that price has ever gotten to, based on what we're seeing on monthly time frame, is this point. This is the highest price has ever gotten to here on USD JPY. Ever. This is the highest it has ever gotten to, USD JPY. And after that, pulled back a little. And if you were to look at it, let's go down to some lower time frames. Let's see. You discover that price has actually been moving up for a while. On monthly, yes, it moved up. Weekly, yes, the same thing. Daily, got up, got rejected. Let me zoom out so we'll be able to see if we're drawing the trend. Yes, it's been pushing up. You understand? Price has actually pushed up before pulling back down. So on my 4-hour time frame, it's almost the same thing, but the same way it pulled back. You understand? So 1 hour. Let's see what exactly is happening on this chart, so we'll know how to pick some of this trade. So basically, price has gone down to this particular low and is trying to push back up. This demand zone is trying to push back price to the upside. So even if price is going to go to the upside, let's hold on for it to break above this particular session here successfully. There's a zone around this point, and if price is able to break above this section successfully, then we can go for our buy. So wait for price, get into this point, which is a strong point, you understand, and allow price to break above successfully. If price is able to break above this particular session successfully, then we can go for our buy. But if that is not the case, what? We wait. Waiting is the key when it comes to technicals. You understand? We say the times without number. When it comes to technicals, the patient dog is the fattest bone. The patient dog is the fattest bone, and waiting is a strategy in technicals. Okay, so that's that on USD JPY. Let's look at another instrument. Let's see NZD USD. Okay, NZD USD. I'm on NZD USD now. Zoom out and see. Okay, so basically NZD has been pushing up, and based on where price is now currently, you discover that got rejected around this particular point. And that's why it pushed back down. And it's just been dancing between two zones, actually, not really doing anything between that. That's just it, just here and here. So what I'm expecting is if price is able to get back to this upside and it breaks above, then it will continue that bullish movement. But if it's unable to do that, if it respects this zone, it's coming back down. If it breaks below it successfully, then you could go for that bearish move. That's that on NZD anyway. NZD nothing serious. And if you look at the trend is also what? Bullish. So if you want to pick a tent, I will advise you pitch your tent with the bulls. Once you have your bullish movement, go for it. Okay. All right. AED USD is almost the same thing as NZD. It's also giving that bullish vibes. It's been pushing up, got to this particular high and got rejected. You understand? It got rejected. Then there was a little, yeah, a pullback. A pullback was what happened there. Look at it. Let's go. Pullback got to this point, and now it's trying to reverse back to the upside. So yes, if it's able to push back to this side and not get rejected, able to break above it successfully, then it should go. But if that is not the case, it could come back down and continue on the bearish movement. But on AUDUSD, I expect a bullish movement on that. I will expect a bullish movement on that for now. You understand? Just like I expect a bullish movement on AED USD. You understand? That's my own take. Just like I've also looked at it on some certain instrument based on what it has been for a while, it has dropped. So I'm expecting them to what? To gain strength. AED USD, I'm expecting it to gain strength. All right. So as of this moment, moving to commodities. Okay. All right. Okay. So gold. Okay, now gold. Okay. All right. So we are on gold. On gold now. So if you look at gold, in fact, let's start from my monthly time frame. You discover that gold has actually been going up. Gold has been moving up. Based on what we are seeing here, since what year? Let's see. Yes, since 1992 that I'm seeing here. In fact, I'm coming. So since inception, let me put it that way, gold has been more of a bullish instrument, got up to this high, came back down, pulled back. Now it's on a new high. The real truth is this, based on my own bias over time, I've been saying it that I'm expecting the price of gold to get to what? 3,000. I'm expecting it to get to 3,000. And gold has been giving us a bullish movement. In fact, it's been more bullish movement on all. Both monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour time frame, 1 hour, it's been giving us the bullish movement. Now look at it. Gold got to this new high. Now, one of the things you need to understand is this: whenever price gets to a new high, you need to take a chill pill. You understand? You don't need to don't try to push it like, okay, I can force the market. You can't force the market to you can't force the market saying that no, the market must buy. It's not possible. So once you see that price is getting to a new high for the very first time, the very first thing you need to do is to what? Take a chill pill. Wait, hold on, relax. Don't go and say you want to buy or sell immediately. So looking at it now on our 1 hour time frame, you discover that price got to this high first, pulled back a little, got to this high again, pulled back. Now it got back to this particular session. I'm still expecting price to go up, just like I've said. On gold, I'm expecting it to get to 3,000. I'm expecting it to get to that 3,000 mark. Yes, I'm expecting it to get to 3,000. But before that, are we together, please? I need us to wait. Look at this the setup first. If he gives you a bullish setup, then fine, you can go for that buy, but not until you see that. Don't rush. So not until you see that, don't rush. You understand? So let's hold on and see what price of gold is going to do. You understand? So let's wait and see what price is going to do. Price on gold, I'll still pitch my tent with the bulls. I'll still pitch my tent with the bulls. That's just me on gold. I'm waiting for the market to what? To buy. So let's move to oil. Oil WTI. Okay, let's go to oil's WTI. Now, if you look at it, oil has actually been pushing up for a while now. It's been going up for a while. Okay. So yes, oil has been pushing up for a while. What happened was got up to this high, came back down, pulled up, came back to that same point, and since then it's been pushing up, pulled back a little, pushed up. Now again, this morning, as of this morning, pushed down, came down. So and if you can see it, I'm still expecting the price of oil to go up. That's just the truth. Let's look at it based on what we're seeing on this trend. Should I pick it up like this? Okay, fine. Am I able to do that? So yes, I'm still expecting the price of oil to push up. So price is unable to break this trend, then I'll expect it to push up fully. I'm expecting price to push up from this particular zone. It's a strong point, you understand? In fact, I can say it's more or less like an X zone there. Look at it. There's a zone around this point. So this point is an X zone based on what we're seeing. So price is having issues here. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. But if it's able to break above this section now successfully on this point, the bullish movement is what it's going to be. It's going to be strong. For me, I pitch my tent with the bulls on oil. Oils WTI, yes, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls. Even on normal oils, I'm pitching my tent with who? The bulls. Let's see the normal oils. Let's go to oils. Let's see. I'm with us. So, yes, still almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. Look at it. So, let me pitch my tent with them. So, So yes, I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on oil. Can you see? Came back and it's been respecting all those points. You understand? I'm expecting it to still push up on oil. So even if it's going to pull down a little bit, it's just a little. So you can wait for it to get into this zone before you go for your buy. You can wait for it to get into this zone. And once it gets into this point, you can now say buy. You can hold on for it and say, okay, fine, I will buy here. You understand? Based on what we're seeing for the trend, if it comes into this section now, we can now be looking out for what? A buy opportunity, a buy setup. Once we're able to get that, fine. But the only reason you will not buy is this: if it goes below this particular section and closes below, then it means it has destroyed this whole move that we are seeing, this whole structure of it going up higher and higher and many, you understand? But if that does not happen, I see a reversal movement back to the upside, back to the upside. Okay. Uh, all right. And Mr. Jutrom is saying, what is the difference between oil WTI and oils? Oil WTI is that's West Texas Intermediate. Why oils? The normal one we're doing now is what? Brent. Okay. Okay, no problem. The normal one we're seeing now is normal Brent. All right. Okay, so that's that on oils. Okay, so let's move to the next one. This time around, we're going to what? Indices. Indices. Let's go to indices. Let's start with US 30. I'm going to start with US 30. On this indices, US 30 it is. Let's go for US 30. US 30. You know. All right, so on US 30, All right. Hello. I believe you all can hear me. All right. So, yes, US 30, I'm on it. Sorry. Okay, US 30. Start with indices US 30, US 30. So I'm on in US 30 now, and looking at it on US 30. Let me zoom out. Okay, so as of this morning, based on what we're seeing, technically, price is ranging between these 2 points. It's just ranging between these 2 points. Like, it's not going beyond this. It's just been beyond these 2 points as of this morning now. So let's hold on a little bit for it to break above these two zones. Let me zoom in now so we can see it. You understand? Can you see it's just between this point and this point? You understand? It's just between it. So if it's able to break above this section successfully now, then we can go for that buy. In fact, let me point it out by doing this. I'm coming. So yes, this is the way it is. But if it's able to break above this section successfully, either to the upside or the downside, then we can follow that path. But I'm going to pitch my tent with US 30 this morning. I'm going to pitch it with who? The bulls. I'm expecting the price to push up on US 30. I'm expecting it to push up on US 30. That's my own take on US 30. I'll go with the bulls. If I'm to pitch my tent with it, currently I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on US 30. I expect the price to what? To push up on US 30. But unless that is done, nothing else. That's what I am going for anyway. So pitch my tent with the bulls. You understand? US 30 bulls. Let's go to US 100 and see what is happening there too. Let's see. Maybe you can pitch our tent with one of the marketers. Is it buyers or the sellers? Let's see. US 100. Okay, so for US 100, look at it now. Price got to this point, got rejected, got to this particular high, and it got rejected, came back down, and a zone was formed here, and since then price has been pushing up. You understand? So basically where price is, there's a zone around this point here. You understand? And until price is able to break above this point, it's not going anywhere. So let's just hold on and see. If you want to go for that buy, let's wait and see. Price should break above this particular point. If you're going for that buy, let it just go above this particular section successfully. If it's able to close above this particular point that is shaded, yes, it will go up. You understand? So once now, the next thing we'll be looking at is this particular high. Is it going to break above it or not? Let's wait for it and see. If it breaks above this section, fine. So even if you want to go for buy on US 100 now, hold on for it to break above this part. Once it closes above this section, you can go for that, your buy, and your take profit could be around this zone up here. You understand? Your take profit, depending on you, depending on what you want there. But if that does not happen, if it's unable to close above this section, we could see price dropping. Price could drop back to this zone and move back downwards. But here, hold on for it. Let's wait for it and see what is going to happen. Yes, that's my take on US 100. Let's wait as of now and see, is it going to break above this particular section or not? If it doesn't, then it's not going up. You understand? So that's that. That's my take on US 100. Let's look at US 2000. US 2000. Let's see what is happening on US 2000. Okay? US 2000. All right, US 2000. Let me zoom out. Let's see what is the market saying on US 2000. Okay, so if you look at US 2000, this is on daily time frame. You discover that price has actually been moving up for a while. It's been pushing up. This is on my daily time frame. If we look at it based on what we're seeing on the trend, price is pushing up, and you understand, price is pushing up. It's been pushing up respecting a particular trend. You understand? It's been pushing up from that particular point to this point where it got to. You understand? Then, okay, let me just see. Let's see what it's going to do now. So price got here. In fact, I'm coming. Let's do it this way. Look at it. So fine. Okay, so look at it. Price has actually been pushing up and we're expecting this trend. Yes, did as if it was going to break it, but reversed back to the top side, came down again to this point. Okay, let me even make it tighter a little bit. Yes, tighter a little bit. Okay, so came down to this point. It gapped down, covered for the gap, came back down, pushed up. Now look at it. There's a zone horizontally. Now with the trend, it has respected that horizontal zone, came down to this particular trend. Now it's pushing back to the upside. I'm expecting price to go up. Now, even if I want it to go up, I expect it to break above this section first before I go for my buy. If it doesn't do that, I'm not going to do anything. So on this particular zone, you understand? I will expect it to break above this part successfully. Let's go. I expect it to break above this part successfully. If it breaks above that part successfully, then I can go for what? My buy. But if that does not happen, I would hold on. So let's wait and see what price is going to do. Is it going to break above this part successfully? If it breaks above this part successfully and it moves, then fine. But if that is not the case, if it's pulling back, it could get back to this trend. You understand? But yes, on US 2000, I'm still pitching my tent to the bulls. I'm expecting the price to move up on US 2000. I'm expecting it to push up. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be giving us the opportunity now to pick some certain instruments so we can watch. So I can see that yes, a lot of us have dropped some messages for me to look at. So yes, I'm going to be dropping that. Immaculate Ihoma Ihenacho, you're saying you can't hear me. Please change your direction. Let's see, change your location so that you can hear me clearly. Change your location because you're the only person saying that you can't hear me. I want to, so if you can hear me, so let me know. Yeah. All right, so I'll be looking at some of the instruments. For some of us, we've brought some instruments, so I'll be looking at it. Somebody saying we should look at GBP JPY, Euro JPY. All right, so no problem. I'll look at that. Yes, we just have some 9 minutes more or 8 minutes and some seconds more. Pending the time, it's 9 o'clock. Let me be looking at some of this instrument until it's done. Once I'm done with the last one, then we'll call it a day. Okay? So GBP JPY, let's look at GBP JPY, GBP JPY. GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, based on what we are seeing now, we discover that price on GBP JPY has actually been dropping. You understand? It's been dropping. Give us two double top here, and after that came down, and it's been respecting that particular trend since then, coming down, down, down. Okay, so let's see. We could say from this particular section now, it's been coming down. If we're going to pick it that way, or we could move it a little bit further and see, just see what we're saying here. Just see. Coming. So let me zoom it in so we see some things. So can we see price has actually been dropping and dropping and dropping. So even if price is going to go up, wait for it to break above this section because there's a zone here. You understand? There's a resistance zone here, and if it's able to break above it, we're expecting it to get to this trend and what a rejection. So if anybody wants to place any trade, I will kindly advise you wait for price to what get to around this particular zone here. Let it get to this particular session up here. You understand? Once he gets into this point and is unable to break above it, it is expected for price to drop first. I'll expect it to drop once it gets to this point. So we could be waiting for price to get to this point, then we can go for our sell. But if that is not the case, if it doesn't get to that point, it could drop around this section too. Understand? But yes, I'm still expecting price to what? Get to this particular point up here, then wait for our sell. You understand? Once it gets here, we can go for our sell. That's that on GBP JPY. So let's look at Euro JPY, the next instrument, Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Okay, so on Euro JPY, we're almost having the same thing here. Understand? But okay, look at it. So this particular zone has been strong for a while now. Look at it based on this, went up, came down, now around this point. So I'll pitch my tent with the bulls if price is able to break above this section now. I'll pitch my tent with the bulls. That's if price is able to break above it, but if it doesn't, then it's not going anywhere. If price is able to break above this particular zone here, I'll pitch my tent with the bulls for price to do what? Continuously buy. But if that does not happen, it's going to go back down, you understand? So let's wait and see. Is it going to break above it? If it breaks above it, then we can go for buy. If it doesn't happen that way, wait. That's just it. That's that on Euro JPY. Okay, so let's see. Okay, moving up again. Right, somebody say GBP USD CAD JPY. Okay, GBP USD CAD JPY. Let's look at GBP USD CAD JPY. GBP USD CAD JPY. And we just starting with CAD JPY. So on Canadian dollar JPY now, this is it. Looking at it from my own point, from my own view, I will still expect CAD to gain more strength, but if you look at it, it's just more or less like having issues. Almost the same thing on the instrument that we've seen paired with JPY. They are at a particular section having issues around that particular zone or section, you understand? So here now, I'll still hold on and see if price is able to break above this particular section here fully. If it's able to break above this section fully, you understand? Is able to break above this section fully, then I can go for my buy. But if that is not the case, you have to wait. Yes, we'll have to wait because this is the supply zone. I'm sorry, this is the demand zone, and this is a supply zone around this point here. So if price is able to break above this supply zone, then that's when it's going to buy. But if it doesn't break above it, we could see price coming back to the downside. We could see it reversing back to the downside. Okay, so GBP USD, based on what we're seeing on GBP USD now, for me, I will say I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on GBP USD. That's it. I'm pitching my tent with the bulls on GBP USD. But before you can go for any buy, wait for it to break above where it is currently. It is able to break above this section successfully, then we can go for our buy where it is now. If it's able to break above it successfully, then we can go for our buy. But if that is not the case, it could reverse back down. So let's wait and see what price it's going to do. That's that on GBP USD. Okay, so we're looking at DE40. Somebody said Victor Edo Ojo say we should look at DE40. Okay, let's look at DE40. Let's look at DE40. DE40. Just 2 minutes more. But let's look at DE40. Okay, so on DE40, we discovered that price actually got to this particular high. It got there very first time in a long. In fact, this price is getting here for the very, very first time. You understand? It got here for the very, very first time. And after that, reversed back down to this point. So this is it now. This is this point that it has gotten to. So what are we saying now? If this price is able to break below this section successfully, we could see a continuation in that drop. But if that is not the case, it could reverse back to the upside. And besides, you see that price has just been moving between 2 points here now. After that whole drop in, it's just been between these 2 points. You understand? So let's wait and see what is going to happen. Is it going to go up or continue the bearish move? So if you want to pitch your tent with the bearish move, hold on for it to break below this part successfully. Then you can say, okay, price is going to drop, and you begin to look out around for this zone here, price to drop close to this zone. But if that is not the case, it could reverse back up. And if it is reversing back up, it could get back to as high as this point and even break above that particular section. It could break above that particular section there. You understand? Okay. Mr. Jerome, you're saying, can we execute orders based on currency strength meter? No, you can't do that. You can't do that because it can show you that it's strong now and the next minute is weak. You understand? You can't do that. That's why we advise you to look at the chart technically. If you're looking at the chart technically based on their formation around demand and supply, that's support and resistance zone, the formation it gives to you will determine whether price is going to buy or sell. But if you're looking at it based on what you're seeing on currency strength meter, you might place a wrong trade and it's going to affect you. So no, you can't do that. Okay. So this is 9 o'clock and that will be all for today. At this junction, I want to acknowledge each and every one of us. I'll mention a few names, then we'll move on. Abiodun Adebiyi, Abiodun Fani, Abraham Paul, I can see Adeyemi Olalekan, I can see Ade Bobola, I can see Afolabi Ogundele, sorry. I can see Adeyemi Olalekan, Ajayi, Alfonso Sikediashi, Angela Idem, Agunfa, Ford, Ado. No, I can see Augustine Akadelo, AY Anyu Felix. I can see Babs. I can see Benjamin, Babs Kemi Adams, Bello Saidat, Benjamin, Bluefield FX, Chinedu. I can see Daniel Egenti, Dayo Ade. I can see Dennis Onichabo. I can see Doyin. I can see Epemski. I can see Edward Badi, Elizabeth, Emi Raja. I can see Everest Obo. I can see Felix, Gaia Matthew, Fendu Ukonu. I can see Fendu Ukonu. I can see former Nwora. All right. I can see Zuchuku Max. I can see every one of us. And I'm saying a very big thank you for joining. Let's meet up again, same time next week from Monday. You understand? I hope we have a lovely weekend ahead. Bye for now.